here to drop another video on you tonight. It's Coach Powell. We're going to talk more Southwest Florida football. However, I got a special spin, a special take. I want to take you behind the scenes of what I think are some of the most exciting players. And in my mind, it's entertainment, it's excitement, it's football. I look at football on Friday nights just like I look at a big blockbuster movie. It's a show. And the only movies that I go to, they gotta have superstars in them. Just like most recently, I went to see Mission Impossible. My man Tom Cruise. Anything Denzel Washington is putting out, I'm gonna be there. Back in the day, used to be Eddie Murphy. Anything that a superstar is gonna put out on a big screen, big picture show, I'm gonna be there with a nice soda pop and some nice popcorn. So I'm just going to share. That's how I look at things. Entertaining. I want to talk to you about the kids around here that I think are entertaining. They're superstars, and that's why I'm calling them the players that make Coach Powell's all popcorn team. First young man I want to talk about, Jayden Petit. Wears number 3. Stands at 6'4", about 200 pounds. You know, a lot of times I like to compare these high school kids to some pros. Body, stature, physique, style of play. For those that know who Julio Jones is, soon to be a Hall of Famer whenever he's eligible, just recently retired from the NFL, everything at Alabama, made his big impact in the pros with the Atlanta Falcons. Jayden has that body type, you know, that type of athleticism, speed, competitiveness, ability to high point, ability to get in and out of breaks, break tackles. He's a problem. He's a problem for small cornerbacks. You know, he's kind of guy that, man, I might want to put a safety on it, but safeties can't run with it. So he's a matchup problem, you know, when he's playing out wide, but he's big-bodied enough, like big-body bands, man. You know what I mean? He's able to go across the middle, so he's a problem. That's why a team from the Midwest that wears white and red, called the Wisconsin Badgers, he recently committed to. There's numerous teams, all kind of powerful teams that he went on official visits with during this month of June. But he committed to the Badgers, who I'm very familiar with that program because my beloved, look over my shoulder, you see, Nittany Lions, I used to see them play the Badgers all the time. I lived in Wisconsin 16 years. Part of my joy of living in Wisconsin was going up to Madison to the football games when Penn State came to play Wisconsin Badgers. We go up there and beat them down all the time. I love that. Being a little petty, but I digress. I wish Jayden well up at Wisconsin. I don't know if they'll be able to sign him. I'm just tossing it out right now because there's going to be so many other schools, and it's not because he's going to break his commitment. I'm not saying that he's committed. He'll stay with that. It's just so many other schools are going to continue to come after this guy because he's going to have a bigger year his senior year than he did his junior year. His junior year, he stepped back, and as far as stats, he had just under 800 yards. I believe he put up 777 yards and 12 touchdowns last season, which was down over 300 yards from his sophomore year when he went over 1,000 yards and had 15 or 16 touchdown receptions. But that's only because not anything, no injury. He didn't fall off. He just had another 4-star wide receiver that was 6'4", Bradley Martino, who's now at the University of Minnesota, joined him on the receiving corps. So he had a dip in production. But this year, look for Jayden to put well over 1,000 yards receiving, well over double digits in touchdowns. And he's going to be the most sought-after kid in this area. You know how it is in recruiting nowadays. Even though you commit, colleges still going to recruit you. And they would be remiss if they don't try to get this kid because this kid is going to hit the yard in January. He's going to be immediate. He's going to get immediate consideration for making the freshman All-American team in college football. He has that type of talent. On top of that, he's a team player. Great student, plays defense, plays in the secondary when you need him, played even defensive end. I caught half of one of his games last year, and he Played defensive end, played some safety, plays all over the field. I think he registered 3.5 or 4 sacks last year. But this is the type of kid, Friday nights, you pay your money and you taking your family out to catch a game, you want to see this kid put on a show. And when he gets the ball, it's a show because he's big, strong, fast. Anytime he touches the ball, he's a threat to hit his head on the goalpost. Okay? In football terms, he's a problem for defensive coaches like me. He's one of those what we call red dot guys. So let me take you behind the scenes. So we're preparing for our opponents. We're looking at tape and video of the opponent's offense. We got it on the computer. We got it on the screen. We take those laser pointers out, click it on the screen. We're talking to our players. We're going to put that red dot, that laser, on the players that we got to stop. So he's a red dot guy. So we'll put that pointer right on number 3 and say, we got to deal with him, okay? Or he's going to just make too many plays and he's going to cause us some problems. So be ready to deal with him. Know everything about this kid. Let's go to work and try to limit him. You're not going to stop the kid. You're not. He's just that talented. But that's why I'm excited to see him go out his senior year, set some records over there at St. John Neumann. I don't know what the current records are over there, but whatever receiving yards are, whatever the receiving touchdowns are for a campaign, they're probably in jeopardy because you got to get a kid the ball. The kid's going to make big-time plays. He's too big. He's too strong. He's just too fast. And too bad, so sad. That's what Coach Powell always said when I was a young man. Too bad, so sad. That's what the opposing defenses and opposing teams are going to hear from Coach Chris Maragos because, hey, I got Jayden, you don't. But Jayden Petit, great young man, do anything you want to help your program win. I'm excited to see him this senior year, and I suggest if you get a chance to go see number 3 this season, go see him. You won't be disappointed. That's right.